Wayzata won a state championship in boys soccer this past fall and a rare section title in boys basketball last winter. In this week's Sports Jam Spotlight, we meet the only Wayzata player who was part of both.
It's a new role on the basketball court for Drew Galinson. The senior is a captain this year after the graduation of 7 seniors from last year's section championship team. The wins haven't come quite as easily either, but the Trojans are 11-5 so far.
It's different. I wouldn't call it tougher because there were learning curves last year. Our record just didn't really show it as much as this year, but learning curves are going to happen. So it all matters how we play in March, and I think we're starting to figure it out.
I mean, he's had to step up. We lost 7 seniors from last year's team, and he's had to score more. We still have some guys that can score that were on last year's team as well, but he's had to score more, and he's had to lead a little bit more. And Drew's comfortable doing that. We see him do it every day here at school, in the halls, and in classes.
Last year was special for Wayzata basketball. Galinson will shoot it and hit. The Trojans finished 28-4 as the team qualified for state for the first time since 1959.
I mean, I remember it like it was yesterday, if that speaks for itself. It was probably top 10 moment of my life for sure. Just not any moment in particular, but just doing what that team did. It was just an honor to be a part of it. I mean, I've learned more in that season about not only basketball, but just like teamwork on and off the court and how important chemistry is, because we were all great friends. And I'm just, as a captain, I'm trying to teach them what those seniors taught me, and yeah, I've learned so much from them.
Galinson is a 2-year starter. The guard is an excellent outside shooter and averages around 14 points per game. He's a good defender too, a player that can be tough to prepare for. Armstrong's Greg Miller coached Drew in his younger days of traveling basketball.
Always very good shooter, just very smart player and very tenaciously competitive, and that hasn't changed. Now it seems like he's kind of their glue guy. He settles them down. You know, they got some guys that are really hyperkinetic how they play, and he's a little more smooth than some of those guys, and I think that really is a big value to their team.
While basketball is his first love, it's not the only sport that Drew excels in.
Header and a goal, and we're tied up. Galinson.
The senior was a captain and an all-state defender for the Trojans in soccer. In November, the team brought home the school's 3rd state championship in boys soccer.
Winning state was just like, it was like a dream come true is an understatement, because like the reason you play high school sports is to win state. So just, it was an accumulation of all that hard work that me and my team put in, and just seeing it pay off was incredible.
He understands the game, reads it very well out of the back for us. Huge impact on the field defensively in the back. And then also on our set pieces. He scored a great amount of goals in his 3-year varsity career on set pieces for us.
Drew competed at an elite level in soccer, despite the fact that he doesn't play the sport in the off-season.
High school is the only time I play soccer, so that's kind of a rarity in high school soccer, especially at the varsity level. But I mean, my coaches just trust that I'll get the rust off in a couple weeks and get back at it.
Surprising to some, and with offers to play either or both sports in college, Drew will give up soccer and basketball next year, concentrate on school as he enrolls at the University of Minnesota.
My whole life, sports have just been a part of me. A lot of people think that I wanted to pursue sports in college, but a dream of mine was just going to a big school, focusing on education, so I'm going to the University of Minnesota next year.
For now, Drew will enjoy these final 7 weeks of high school basketball, loving the charge he gets out of playing in front of friends and fans.
I love playing in front of people. I love feeding off other people's energy, and I love, like, last year was a great example. This year we're having moments, but when a team is working together, there's just nothing better, and everything's flowing, and it's beautiful.
Drew will study physical therapy at Minnesota. He did say he does plan on playing intramural basketball at the U.